Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Kaylee has an interesting story of history and art. Kaylee?
That's right. In a partnership between the State Historical Society of Missouri, Missouri Star Quilts, and the Quilters Guild of the State of Missouri, a bicentennial quilt was born. From 2018 to 2019, 6-inch quilt squares were submitted from each Missouri county, highlighting 200 years of our statehood. Here's a look at the quilt currently on display at the History Museum on the Square in Springfield.
Quilting and quilts are a significant part of Missouri history.
Dating back to Missouri's first years as an official U.S. state, quilts have been in our area for nearly 200 years.
I know my grandmother had a quilt frame that hung from the ceiling in her living room. All the ladies in the neighborhood would come and help her hand quilt. It was a part of the community, is working on quilts and taking great pride in how they looked and how decorative they were.
Not all quilts were just for looks, though.
During the Civil War, there were quilts that actually were used by the Underground Railroad to give directions by the shapes and sizes of the blocks in the quilts. So there was a code to them that would tell people how to escape even.
And from the Civil War to other disputes in our state's history,
The Honey War of 1839.
Missouri's bicentennial quilt was sewn in the present with the past in mind.
A quilt that will identify every county in the state plus the city of St. Louis.
Constructed geographically, each county square on the quilt resides near the area where the actual county is located.
There's Cole County there. Some of them you can identify because they got from Randolph County, Carroll County.
With nods to significant county features.
Some are identified by possibly something significant that's in that county. Route 66 is down here listed in one that Route 66 went through. Newcomer School.
Or not.
And then others are just geometric designs like the Greene County down here.
Each 6-inch square tells a unique story for centuries to come.
Now, this quilt is on display until the end of November at the History Museum on the Square in Springfield. Their hours are 10 to 5 Wednesday through Saturday and 1 to 5 on Sunday. The Historical Society is taking this quilt around the state and exhibiting it as a beginning of our celebration of our state's bicentennial, which is in 2021. If you want to see all of the quilt squares that were submitted, head over to missouri2021.org/bicentennial-quilt. And there, that will bring you to the page that you can click, see all the squares or see all the quilt squares, so. Because there were more submitted than just the ones that made it to the actual quilt.
Oh, right. I bet.
Mine did. I submitted one and didn't make it.
Well,
mine was like when Jeremy moved to Missouri, and it's not up there, Kaylee.
Oh man.
Well,
Dad,
Jeremy,
blast it.
maybe you weren't enough years in Missouri, and they didn't.
They were like, nope.
Disqualified you. Yes, that is awesome, though, isn't it?
There's some really intricate, beautiful ones, so it's definitely worth seeing up close. Also, there's a cool exhibit unveiling Saturday night at the History Museum on the Square. But you will have to wait until Sunday to see that because their hours of operation aren't at night. They're kind of during the day/afternoon. So Sunday from 1 to 5, you'll be able to see that. That is being unveiled with the tree lighting ceremony, as you guys mentioned earlier in the show. Right. So that will be Saturday night. It'll be unveiled Saturday night, but then it'll be open to the public come Sunday. And it's Christmas themed. You got all your Heer's Christmas, some memorabilia from that, some antique Christmas ornaments. Yeah. It's really cool. I got a little sneak peek, but.
Oh, you did? Fantastic. They gave you a sneak peek?
Yeah, that's where the quilt was.
Oh, right.
I want to see the Heer's vintage decorations.
Me too. I have such great memories of Heer's as a kid going to Heer's. At the time they were a pretty expensive department store. Yeah. Couldn't really afford all the clothes in there. But I like to go look, and downtown is just amazing.
Especially during the holidays too.
Yes.
Everything is just so much more magical.
Right.
We were downtown yesterday, and I went and purposefully made a loop around the square to see the tree. They hadn't started decorating it yet, but the tree was up, and I was like, that's so pretty.
I know. It gives you hope in your heart, doesn't it?
I was like, oh,
yeah, I like
that time of year.
It's that time of year.
Should we go and do a Facebook Live and sing around the square like we did that one year?
Let's do.
Kaylee, do you want to join us?
Let's do.
We could break the internet, I guess.
I know what song we're going to sing.
You know what song we want to sing.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Well, we'll sing that later. Okay. But that's great, Kaylee. I can't wait to see that.
It's very pretty. I want to see that up close and personal.
Very cool, very cool.
By the way, how big is that? Is it pretty big?
It's about 7 foot by 7 foot.
Oh,
so
wow.
Life size.
Well, it needs to be to get everybody on there.
And I would permanently hang that on the wall just forever then.
Yeah.
Wallpaper?
John Sellers thought it might end up once it's done with its whole tour. It's going to be on tour pretty much all next year because that's the bicentennial year.
Yeah.
But he thinks that it might end up in Jefferson City.
Oh, yeah, that would make
that's
sense. Okay, well, I'm going to have to check that out. I want to see each one.
So see it while you can. It only runs until the end of the month.
So I'm guessing bicentennial means Missouri became a state in 1821.
Correct.
Look at me.
Look at you. Look at you.
Good math, Jeremy.
I was a math major. Did it. You know that's not true.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't believe that.
Yes. All right, guys, coming up, I'm so excited because I get to try a wine that I've seen online that I want to buy so bad because it's less sugar, great for those of us on keto. It's Fit Vine wine.
Nice.
It's coming up. The founders are here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
That's right, we will.
I can't wait to try it.
And I'll make some chicken.
Oh, that chicken is keto also, by the way.
So good.